Jessica, how are you doing?
Um, I, I'm okay. I guess I'm okay. That's okay, right? Is that a good answer? I don't know if that's a good answer.
Well, that depends on how you're feeling inside because from what I'm seeing, you seem very withdrawn and very shaken.
I'm, I just, I guess I'm withdrawn. I mean, do I look withdrawn?
From my perspective is what I'm seeing.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I, I'm just really nervous around you. I really want to make you happy. I don't want you to be disappointed in me as a client or.
Well, I just want to first say that I am a counselor in training, and I just want you to be aware that my perspective is only as in guidance, and I don't offer that advice. And judgment is not a part of the relationship that is between us in the next coming sessions. So I just want you to be aware of that, and that this is a no judgment free zone.
Thank you.
No problem.
I feel much better. I really want to be a good client, so I appreciate that. I'll try my best.
What does be a good client mean to you?
I just, I really want everyone to love me. I hate disappointing people. I don't even know if what I'm saying right now is right. I hope that that's what you were asking. Is that what you were asking?
Let's think about it. So from what I'm hearing, that you have this sense of not knowing and ambiguity to what everybody's thinking and what everybody wants. Is that correct?
Ambiguity. Yeah, that's the right word. I didn't use the right word. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I'm sorry if that word was like a little unorthodox. I want to.
No, that word was perfect.
Okay.
You're really good at this.
I just want to check on you and see how are you feeling in this moment because I don't want you to feel that I have all the power in this relationship, and I just want to check in on you and see how you're doing in the counseling session right now.
Wait, you do. You totally have all the power. I don't want you to think that you don't. I just want to be a good client. I just want to be a good client.
Okay, well, let's figure out what can you do in this session to maybe alleviate some anxieties you have or you may
The days are hard for me.
have. Okay.
I'll be honest. I came to counseling because this is in this span of the hour of the day. It's when I'm typically alone, and I don't like being alone. I tried to call several people, but no one answered. And it's like this every Wednesday from 3 to 4. No one answers, and I just can't handle being alone. I get really anxious just thinking about it. I get really. I'm sorry. Am I too much? Is this too much?
Of course not. Of course not. You
don't want to be a burden.
No, of course not. In this session, the role of your role in this counseling session is to participate and to also be the main one talking and discussing what's going on in your life and in your whole interactions with anybody. And so I don't want you to digress yourself because I can see that other people may have been influencing how you are perceiving yourself.
No, other people are great. I love other people. I think it's me. I'm typically the one that messes things up. And you said, that I'm supposed to be the main one talking, and I don't really feel like I've been the main one talking, so I'm so sorry about that. I really just want to be a good client, and I don't want to be alone. I hate being alone. I just hate it so much, and then I have to make decisions myself, and I can't do that. I can't make decisions myself.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
I can relate to that. it is scary to have responsibility and to also be alone. Is there anybody in your life that you can depend on?
I depend on my parents. Very, very dependent on my parents. I see them every single day, or a few times a day. I stop by their house. Anything so that I don't have to be alone. I typically go over there right when, if no one's answering the phone, I go straight to my parents' house. I don't like to be alone. And this is the day, on Wednesdays from 3 to 4, they go to the zoo, and I just didn't have anywhere else to go. So I really wanted to come here so I could talk to someone so I wouldn't have to be alone.
Well, thank you once again. I do appreciate you coming in and talking with me. I appreciate this, and I do want you to know that you aren't alone in this because I'm here to help, and I want to help.
Does that make you happy?
Oh no. What I mean by that is, I'm here to facilitate you to a better positive understanding of yourself, and to maybe get you from the anxieties of feeling alone to feeling a little comfortable with being alone in some instances.
I don't want to be alone.
Okay, well
Alone is bad.
what can we do to alleviate that anxiety feeling?
Just the thought of being alone at all is just, it's like being in a room, a black room with no windows or doors and no way out, and the lights are off.
That's a very powerful statement. To be in a dark room with no windows, doors, and pitch black. That's a very dramatic scenery and imagery.
Is it good with that?
Well,
Was that the right answer?
Well, how do you feel about that answer?
I was asking you. I want to do a good job at this, so if I'm not, I just want you to tell me.
Well, a good job, let's put that into perspective. Good job is you telling me, like, are you asking me if you did a good job? Is that a way of making you feel better?
Yeah. It makes me feel better to know that you agree with what I'm doing and that I'm not disappointing
That's very powerful.
you. Yeah. It is powerful.
Well, to me, it seems very powerful.
That's good. That's good, right?
Well, once again, it's not typically what I feel because this is not me giving advice to you, but I just want to at least be helping hand to you and just letting you know that I'm here to listen to you.
I messed that up again. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is a learning process, and I'm here to help, like I said in the beginning. I did want to touch on the aspect of your parents. What is your interactions with them
Well, I prefer to. I know I'm a big burden on them, and because I'm so dependent on them, and all of my friends. I have a lot of trouble keeping friends because I call them too often and stop by their houses unannounced, and I think I put too. I think I'm a big burden on a lot of people, and I try to make sure that I'm always dating someone so that I'm not such a burden on my friends and my parents. But I have a hard time in my dating life. I have a hard time keeping my boyfriends around. They say that they get tired.
I hear this constant theme of hard times and tiredness with a lot of the relationships you've brought up, and it's very saddening to hear that you feel like a burden to other people. Have they expressed this to you?
Yeah, they have. and that's the last thing I want to be. I just want to make everyone happy, and I just really want someone to love me, and yeah, I just really want someone to love me. And I know my parents love me, but I know that I'm just too much for them. Too much for everyone. I can't even pick out what I'm going to wear to work. I have a lot of trouble keeping a job, also because I have a hard time making any decisions by myself. And I try so hard. I make the lists of things that, when my employer smiles, when he tells me good job on something, what it was, so I can always make everyone happy. I just want to make everyone happy, but I know that I don't. I know that I'm too much for people.
You know that you're too much for people.
Yeah.
So let's think about what you can do to maybe not alleviate some of the dependency on the people in your life, but maybe limit it. Have you ever thought about that? And maybe we can work on that in the next coming sessions.
I don't like the idea of that, but I think that it might have to be done. But it's not going to be easy for me, and I don't think it's something I can do. I mean, do you think it's something I can do?
I do believe you have that ability and you're capable of that. I can sense it in your body language. You are withdrawn, but I can sense a sense of you want to get better. And because you wouldn't be here, you wanted to not get better.
I can't. I just didn't want to be alone.
Well, in that instance, let's look at the positive on that as well. You did come to seek and talk to somebody else to get a different perspective. Maybe that's something to look forward to as the first step.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That was good.
Now, I did want to. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said you're good at this.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm still trying, but I did want to address that I don't want you to bypass anything I say, and I don't want you to say yes to everything that I say. If you have something you don't agree with, let me know, because I will.
I agree with you.
So, back to what I was saying as far as what you could do. I know you said you wouldn't like that, and I don't want to impose anything on you that you wouldn't want to do. Is there anything that you can think of that you could start to maybe limit some of the dependency? You know?
I have some ideas that no, what do you think?
Well, it's not so much about what I think. It's more of a collaboration.
I value what you think a lot. Yeah, these decisions are just so hard for me to make as I want to be a good client, I want to make you happy, and I want to make other people happy, and I just, yeah, what do you think I should do?
Okay, well, let's backtrack. And let's see. What is it that you've done in the past with the dependency?
I'm not sure. I think I stop by my parents' house too often. And I have trouble paying my bills because I can't decide which one to pay first, or which card to use, or it took me 6 months to find an apartment because I didn't want to be on my own. My parents made me do it, and I'm really, really mad at them that made me do it. I would never tell them. Please don't tell them that.
I will not tell them. But like, whatever we talk about in this room is very confidential. Unless it is at risk or harm to you or to any other person. So it's not up to you.
Okay, thank you. In my last boyfriend that I had, I was showing up at his work too often because
How did that play out? How did that play out?
I showed up to surprise him with a smoothie at 10. He gets there at 9. And I had spent the night with him, and he had just left, and I just missed him so much. So I took him a smoothie, and he was thankful. But I showed up again at lunch to take him to lunch, and then I showed up at 2 to go mess around, and I went to see my parents a few times.
Oh, all in the one day?
Yeah. And, I showed up again to surprise them, to pick him up at 5. It took everything I had to hold it until 5. I just missed him so much. And
that was a very busy day.
yeah. I took my parents some flowers so that, I wasn't just dropping in without anything. And that's flowers.
That's very interesting. I did want to ask, well, from that story, you branched off and talked to how you were very able and willing to want to see your boyfriend, wanting to see your parents as well. And I'm wondering, what is the typical day like for you? Because that's a lot of back and forth in that one day. Is that the typical day, or is that how a typical day goes?
Yeah. If my boyfriend starts getting mad that I'm visiting him at work, then I stop by and see my parents, and if they're not there, then I call one of my friends. I don't like being stuck back with myself.
Well, have you ever thought of doing a club or joining a club?
Yeah, I like clubs a lot. I was in several in high school. I took up all of my after school. I realized that if I was in a club, I didn't have to be alone. And so I would do that for the entire span from 3 until 6 or 7 when I knew my parents would be home. And I didn't make as many friends as I made a lot of friends, but I just have trouble keeping them. I'm just too much for people, I think.
Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. I noticed a smile when you talked about joining a club. Have you ever thought about joining a club now, as you did in the past when you were in high school?
Yeah, and I would really, really like that. I feel that if I'm at the club, I might not be able to be there for my boyfriend or for my parents, and I don't want to commit myself to a club if my parents or boyfriend might need me during that time. That would be devastating if they needed me and I wasn't there.
Could we maybe even allot maybe an hour of your day to maybe possibly join a club for an hour? And then, so it wouldn't destroy or hamper the rest of your interactions in your life.
I'm really excited to meet people. I get very nervous though because I hear a lot that I'm too much for people. They want me to stop calling and depending on them. So I've gotten really nervous to meet people because I don't like being a disappointment. I really like making other people happy. I would try it, but I'm very nervous.
I can just still see where you're still withdrawn and still very anxious.
I don't like being a disappointment to people. I want to make everyone happy.
Well, here's one question I want to ask. What would make you happy besides making other people happy?
If I never had to be alone, I would be very happy.
What would being alone look like?
Being by myself with no one to call, no one to talk to. I would even calling is sometimes difficult. I would prefer to have the person there. As soon as my boyfriend leaves for work, I go to my parents' house to see if they're there. And if they're not there, I go to my other friend's house. And on the way there, I'm dialing my friends to try and talk to someone. I like to be stuck by myself. And I don't like making decisions by myself.
So that moment, for example, when your boyfriend does go to work, what's that feeling that you're feeling when he does
Empty.
leave? Empty.
Is that right?
That's a very powerful word. No, empty is it's very sad to hear that.
I'm being better at am I getting better at this?
Well, not so much as getting better, but opening up. It's, it's a beautiful thing to see.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I don't like being myself. Just talking about it, I get nervous. I don't like being myself. And yeah, I'm really afraid that my boyfriend's gonna leave me, like all the others did, because I'm just too much. It's too much for people, and I'm very disappointed in myself.
It's hard to hear that emptiness and that tiredness of feeling lonely. Scary also, and very anxious. Very scary.
People say that I'm exhausting. And I know I am. I know I'm exhausting. I can't, I feel that I can't control it. I have to be with someone. I can't stand being.
Well, it's not something that I think is, I'm trying to get the right word. It's not something that I see as a problem because it's your definition. It's you, and it's who you are. And I just want you to be aware that I don't at least want you to be ashamed for who you are, because I see a person who loves being near people, and you have a smile on your face, interacting and socializing with people, and I see that positivity in there, and it's a joy to see when it did come out, and I know it's there, and I do know in our future sessions I would like to work with you to maybe, like I said in parts of our discussion, to have a method of limiting some of the dependency. I know maybe not decreasing it because I know it's something that deep down inside it harbored a lot of anxiety. But if we can take little bit by little bit, maybe in the course of our sessions we can at least have some course happening eventually. How does it feel? Or sound?
No, it's okay. I understood. You said things really well. I think you have good ideas. Your ideas are really, really good.
Well, these are just suggestions, but I also want to collaborate and pull feedback from you as well. Like, is there anything that you would like to work on in the future?
I don't know, what you said was good.
Are you sure there's nothing?
No, I like your plan. Your plan's good.
Okay. Well, if we wanted to meet back, I'll be happy to meet with you in our next session.
You would?
Yes, of course. I do see this glimpse of positivity, and it's it is a joy to see, and I do appreciate you coming in, even though you did come in just to talk to somebody and you wouldn't feel alone. I do appreciate you coming in to see me, and it also says a lot about how you would at least want to talk about what's going on in your life, and I also appreciate that as well. So I just want you to know that is.
I didn't disappoint you.
Well, once again, like I said, the beginning of our session, there's no feelings of disappointment or no disappointments, no you did good jobs. These are more so for you. And I am not the one that's going to be giving you that positive affirmation. I can only be a helping hand. That's it. So I do look forward to seeing you again. And I might once again be
Thank you for having me.
All right, Jessica. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.